So the best thing to outsource for effective use of time, I think that, again, this is going to be kind of a framework of where you want to start looking. So usually a lot of times I think you'll have a pain point, and that's a really good time to know when to hire. So that answers that question of like, well, when should I hire someone, or when should I get an assistant, or how should I do this? You'll generally know either, I don't have enough time, or things aren't getting done, or I'm having to, work with my schedule. That's the pain point. Figure out what it is and move forward. But as far as the best things to outsource, I found our time sucks. Okay. And I just mean that in the sense of there's things that have to be done, right? And that's why you're doing them. And that's why you consider hiring someone. But if you've got these things where you're spending half an hour, and it's just doing something, it's not, making a sales call, it's not organizing a team, it's not directly helping you grow or adding to the bottom line, then that is an excellent indicator that that would be a great thing to outsource. Now, of course, there's more to it that you need to look at, and a lot of that is, does it have a process? And I talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people I've worked with, you think, oh, this is unique, or I do this, I'm not sure what the process would be, but if it's anything you're doing regularly, you can build a process around it. And so even if you don't think it's highly structured, maybe do a screen capture of watching yourself do it. Or if it's something physical, like putting together a binder, or, doing something like that, literally put up a camera and, record yourself doing it and watch it. Is there, something you can do that you could show someone to make them able to do it? And maybe it takes some training, maybe it's more complicated. But a lot of these things we think of as these really customized, really unique tasks, and, can be broken down. Okay, so just make sure though that there are some, because again, if it's, literally building your business, that's generally not something you outsource, which hopefully goes without saying. But I know a lot of times we can get in the process of, handing things off, and sometimes we need to take a step back and make sure we're really communicating the process as well. And then the best, some other best things to outsource for effective use of your time are non-unique ability tasks. So this is, I'll have to include a link to this. I believe it's Dan Sullivan, strategic coach, and then I believe there's some other people involved in it, and it's slipping my mind probably due to the head cold. But the idea just being, what are the things that you are, just amazing at, and what do you, that just energize your day, that you add value to? And that's different than just, I'm really good at this stuff, or I'm okay at it. So if you have things that maybe you're good at, but you need to free up time so you can do those things that just you would do maybe even, for free, or that you would, spend more and more time on, that you really bring the most to. So there's a couple of different ways of looking at that. And that's kind of the opposite side of saying earlier, what I was talking about was like time sucks and things that just take up a lot of your time. You're able to identify those, and then also saying, well, not just from a negative point of view, but looking at it from a positive point of view and saying, okay, well, I want to spend more time doing this stuff. That means anything that isn't this, then I should look at outsourcing. So I think that that's a good way to get started. And as far as how that works for you, it could be a list. It kind of depends for me, I think, where you're at. Have you worked with someone before? Have you had an employee? Have you had a virtual assistant? If you haven't done these things, then you might want to start small and understand how that works and that interaction, and build that up. So maybe start with one task, like a weekly task or a daily thing, something that they can take over, and then start building that up, instead of saying, okay, I want to, offload an entire division of work right now.